Okay, so little explanation of how this new thing works. Let me show hidden. Okay, so the same setup. I have two excitometers now. So this is the one that was here before. So you can see here how that counts up, goes down again, and goes up. And that's all based on the audio outputs from these bubble players, so they all add up, and it's basically based on noise, right? So these that one there, that bubble, that responds to noise, and it goes down again, which is why I needed bubble players. So in the original version, I used the empty bubbles, which I quite like, but the pads are actually quite good. With the pads, I get sensitivity. Yeah, didn't have that before. I mean, obviously, we all know that pads can do that. The bubbles can't, but yeah, bubbles look good. Anyway, so I've got that. Because it's not bubbles anymore, bubbles quantize by default. So I have quantizers now because the pads obviously don't. So that's the setup now. Excitometer as before, and then controls the size of the flame and the color of the flame and all that. So that's that's the crowd that basically gets excited about noise. Okay. And I have the same thing copied here. I promise this will be a device. Haven't had the time yet, but you see, not many blocks. Actually, quite straightforward. But it's the same thing. But the difference is what goes into this. Yeah. So this is the trigger here. So you can see, where is it here? Trigger here comes from a watcher, from an audio stream. Yeah, that's watching the noise. This trigger that counts up, that makes it more exciting. You can see, I can simulate that by just hitting the button here. That takes a couple of jolts, and these jolts come from the pads. So that means this is kind of this part of the crowd is more discerning, and they watch for like. Yeah, they're into skill more than noise. So here it doesn't matter how loud it is, even with a hi-hat, I can get it over the line. Same threshold, 20 is the threshold, and you can see here every time I hit, it triggers. Whereas here, what's the other one? Watch this one. This is the trigger for the other one. So this one needs the noise. So if I play that, the crowd goes wild. Yeah, obviously the sound samples are not great, so this is not an ideal sound sample. It would be great to have something where people go more like, ooh, nice, something like that. Couldn't find one, but I'll dig, find something, or at least I couldn't find a good free one. So yeah, it's all about sound bubbles, and of course, then you should have, or we should have more different sound samples, and you could have these triggers sort of randomly, so it's not always the same. Also, we can randomize the start position of this, so it sounds a little bit more like a real crowd, and otherwise it's very easy to catch on to the fact that this is always the same sound sample. Yeah, so this is how this works. Okay. By the way, it's Excitometer too.